flabby by the end of the year. You know, they're perfectly toned. You know which ones you want. You know which ones you don't want. And I think that we have more than enough time to pick who the right candidate is going to be. I think that there's going to be an inordinate amount of attention on it, and so I want more people in this thing. I want them to come from a unique, creative, non-poll tested, non-Republican strategist wing of the Republican Party. That's what the Tea Party has been about. I don't want the Republican establishment to think that it has the ability, after all its years of ineptitude, that it thinks that it's going to come in and give us another John McCain, or give us another Bob Dole, or give us the inferior product and tell us, no, we are the establishment, we're going to make the determination. So I'm happy to hear that Congressman Thaddeus McCotter is considering entering the fray, because I've never met a person in an elected office who can speak the way that this guy does. He's the smartest. He's the smartest guy out there who can speak off the cuff, who also has a brilliant sense of humor and a pop cultural sensibility. So I'm glad he'll be in there. I'm ecstatic that Herman Cain is now being taken seriously by the grassroots, and that I'm sure it's flustering the Republican establishment types that this guy has no budget, yet the Tea Party that the establishment wouldn't defend when it was being called racist is now saying that the person that they like the most is Herman Cain, and the person that they like even more than him is Allen West. And if he were to enter the race, he would be at the top of the heap probably, from the beginning of Survivor to the end of the thing. That would be my dream, for Allen West to come in like a knight in shining armor.
Any love notes from Beck lately?
I've done everything I can behind the scenes to rectify the situation. I even went into his office an hour before an interview with S.E. Cupp, knowing that it was scheduled because they wanted to meet with me. I met with an executive. I said, I want my name back. I mean, you were the one that screwed the pooch. The morning that the charade videos came out, when the NAACP apologized for the audience's reaction, when I had been defending the Tea Party for a year and a half, when I had attacked Ben Jealous the week before, saying, how dare you try to split this country on race, how dare you bring up that the N-word was said, when I've disproved it with 4 videos and a $100,000 reward, how dare you use your sycophants at ABC, CBS, and NBC to try and divide this country on race. I have evidence, I said, that shows your group acting in a racist fashion. And I stand by it. When she's saying that she sticks it to the man, to the farmer, the crowd is like having the time of their lives. When you say, if I said I'm sending, a black person to one of their own, that would be interpreted as unforgivably racist. And these people thought it was fantastic. I was just trying to point out, those that live in glass houses should not throw stones. So when Glenn Beck, the morning of the 20th, took my 2 minutes and 30-second video that kept the part where she said, eventually, at the very end it said, then I realized it's not about black versus white, it's about rich versus poor. He cut that out. On his radio show, he cut this into 15-second pieces and made it about charade, completely ignored the NAACP and Ben Jealous angle. And then when he found out that the White House said that they fired her because they were worried that it was going to be on the Glenn Beck TV show, he realized that he was going to be the focal point of this, and that in the morning he had screwed up. So he found out between the time he finished his radio show and the TV show that he had screwed the pooch. He goes on the TV show, does a 180-degree turn, and changes the entire narrative of the thing. Who suffered from that? Me, because it made it look like I had gone after Sherrod. He had gone after Sherrod, and when he turned her into the victim, I'm sure she's a really nice lady. That's what he was saying. He was trying to do damage control, and I had done so much for the guy over the last year and a half. He used so much of my material, and when he went and he crafted this narrative, I went to his producer, Joe Carey, and I said, I need to go on to explain myself. I'm the most sought-after person in the media, and the media is using this as an opportunity to destroy me because of my brazen theatrics in taking on the Democrat media complex, the mainstream media, and what I did as relates to Acorn. I knew they were going to come after me. I didn't realize that Glenn Beck would be the one that would provide such ample and overwhelming aid and comfort to do so. And for the last year, I've bitten my lip. I've worked behind the scenes to try and work it out with him. I've even gone to his office. And when I was driving about 2 months ago, in the wake of the blaze, doing the anti-NPR, anti-James O'Keefe piece, going, why is Beck going after James O'Keefe? Is this a way, now that he's launching this, The Truth Has No Agenda, to say Breitbart's got the agenda and I'm Mr. Neutral, and I'm trying to get some of that New York Times love that I got when they praised me for showing circumspection when it came to the Sherrod case, which he didn't. He liked getting the positive affirmation. He liked getting Media Matters to say Glenn Beck is the good guy. And I was driving with my son, and he starts telling a blockbuster of a lie in order to prove the point that the truth has no agenda. And this was the blockbuster lie. He said of the NPR videos, he said, look, when James O'Keefe came to me with the Acorn videos, I said to him, I need to see the full videos, because I'm not going to Shirley Sherrod anyone. So he was trying to act as if I have such unbelievable instincts, and I am such a thorough investigator that I would never in a million years, try to hurt somebody. He was the one who Sherroded Sherrod. He was the one that cut it up into 15-second pieces. The big lie is that James O'Keefe never went to Beck. I went to Fox, I went to Beck, I provided them the full unedited videos proactively. He never talked to James O'Keefe. He created a mythology while he's now trying to push a thing called The Truth Has No Agenda. And at the very end, as I'm driving, and my son hears, and I'm not going to Shirley Sherrod anyone, my son looked at me, he's like, why would he do that to you? I thought he was your friend. And it was at that point I said, you know what? I've done everything I can behind the scenes to rectify the situation. Now he's shoving it in my face.
Yeah, if I read correctly, you have an interesting appearance coming up in Sarah Palin's new movie. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What are some things that you say in that?
I've been a Tea Party defender, and I've been a Sarah Palin defender, and I've been a Michelle Bachmann defender, and I've been an Alan West and a Herman Cain defender. I've been defending them against the predictable attacks by the Democrat media complex because they're fearful. They know how to handle the conservative and the Republican establishment. They've handled them mightily for years, and they've put them into a little space where they know how to tell them jump, and the Republican establishment will say jump, and they'll say how high. Sarah Palin refuses to abide by that disposition. She understands we live in a center-right country, and she understood in 2008 when she was going to towns that have 25,000 people, and 25,000 people would show up, that the American people, she resonates with them. So when the Democrat media complex starts to attack her mercilessly because they see that she could be a juggernaut of epic proportion that could take down Barack Obama, the people who offended me the most weren't the predictable lefties who attacked her because they saw her threat. It was the Republicans who did not defend her when she was on the ground, when they were kicking her in her rib cage, when they were falsely trying to ascribe blame to her for the Tucson shootings, and when she tried to defend herself using the apt terminology blood libel, which is precisely what it was. You're getting kicked on the ground and you say, why are you doing this to me?
when the Republican establishment does not stand up for those that stick their necks out for conservative principles, then the conservative establishment has become worthless. That's what I talk about.
Sorry, we got to get
Okay.
started now.
Okay,
End
thanks.
quote.
Okay, great.